Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tenants Manager. We're on episode number 10. We've hit the end of the season. We're trying to transition into the new season, but we've got more good news as we go forward. Ann Lowell and her semi-successful season continues to pay dividends. We have new contracts ready to be signed sponsorship-wise. So maximum earnings much higher, I believe, than what they had been. Our payments have gone up a bit. We have signing bonuses again. So presumably we have some options here, and this is good. And there you go, another big payday. So a new outfits contract, 2-season contract. So very happy with that one. Another big influx of cash now, 435. We're also just a couple weeks away from our facilities finishing, and we're going to get into the new year roughly around that same period of time. So let's go ahead and push forward. By the way, the board both taketh and giveth at the end of the season. They gave us that influx of 200,000, but then they also removed 20,000 as payment to the members of the board. So they earned themselves a payout while offering us a pay in. But it was 10%, so I'll take it. Ultimately, we earned 180 from the board, and you can see our balance is in really good shape as we go to enter the new calendar year. Entering the new year, stamina goes +1, so we've gone from a 12 to a 13 now, with the last 0.3 of a percentage point for Anne now complete. And it's bringing her up a little bit more. She's starting to get fairly effective. Of course, technical outside of forehand accuracy, not great. Drop shot is terrible, and we've seen multiple mistakes there. But physically, she's getting stronger and stronger. She lacks a little bit of speed, so I can see, but the footwork, the balance, the agility, all starting to climb up a little bit. We're starting to see those increases that are making her a little bit better off. Positioning at 14, that's what should be her strength, but not quite. I believe we've seen a small increase to her fame. I think she started around a 5 or 6 last year. Also, the relationship has improved. It was 1.5 chat boxes. Now it's 2 full chat boxes. So maybe that would impact our contract signing this year. I had 2 staff contracts expire at the end of the season, looking to improve upon the very weak staff members that we had previously. So now we're looking to sign a new physio. Our previous physio was a 7 in that department. We have an 11 in that department now. We're going to see if we can get a 2-season contract. Okay. I don't know why we can't seem to sign a 2-year deal with anyone. That's strange to me, but if this is all she's asking, I'm thinking we're going to be pretty comfortable on this. Let's see what happens. Dropping the wage down just a little bit, and there you go. Contract's good. And at the same time, we're going to try to upgrade our scout, a 13 in that regards, and willing to do a 2-season deal, so that makes me happy. We'll try to drop this down just a little bit as we're good on the patience. I think we might be okay, and nice. Get them signed quickly and easily. We do have the new physio signed, and both upgrades are complete. So let's go ahead and head into the infrastructure and see what is next. As expected, it does increase the cost. I was hoping for 250. 270 is quite close to that. I was being optimistic with the 250. I'm glad that it wasn't significantly more than that, because it easily could have. By the way, our revenue is now $7,000 a month, and our current monthly expenses, we're almost break even already. And then now, maximum team size is 2. Unfortunately, I was hoping it was 2 more, but it's just at 2. That is enough to bring in another athlete. So we'll have 2 tennis players. That's going to essentially double the income. Plus, we're already now at a just about break-even point, which means I think we can actually afford to spend a hair more. We can bring in like 1 more staff member for now. But obviously, we want to continue to upgrade those two departments first and foremost. Just looking at the impact of what these two upgrades will do for us. If we upgrade the business center, it's going to add $10,000 per month to our revenue, which means it'll pay itself off in 27 months. It's not bad. Just barely 2 years to have that paid off. Unfortunately, though, it will take 6 months to complete, so it does take a while. But if we go with the sports center, what do we get from this one? We unlock some new trainings. We increase our coaching staff slots anyway, but again, until we have enough revenue coming in, I really don't want to do much increasing of that. We're not going to go anywhere near maximum for a while, as we need to be revenue focused first and foremost. Player does go up to +3. I'm assuming that means total team size, because last time it said +2, and that meant maximum team size was 2. So we would get one more athlete. Now, we've already seen an athlete makes way more money for us than the business center does. So I think that's probably going to be the smarter way to go, is to get a third team member in and continue to pursue the type of revenue that they can bring for us. And then the business center will be the obvious second place to go. So right now we only have enough for one upgrade. Let's go ahead and take the sports center upgrade, get that one going. And then as soon as we can afford to do so, we'll get the next business center upgrade. You can also see globally, we've gone from one green ball, well, yellow here, but we're the green balls. We've gone from one green ball to one and a partial ball. We don't have a complete set yet. It's okay. We'll have 2 balls eventually. 17-year-old Corey Goff is my target. We'll see. She has the same level of fame as Anne, similarly ranked. She's still in the youth category. She has some good technical abilities already. I mean, the forehand power and accuracy at 16 each, backhand power and accuracy at 14 each. Serve power is 15, though she's not that accurate, and I would rather have that flipped. I'd rather have that an 11-15 than a 15-11, but that's okay. Balance is good. Physical attributes certainly aren't bad, and obviously we know that we can develop that in the short term. The key thing here is, out of 6 or 7 completed observations over this last season, because remember, we had 1 scout and they were very poor. But to find somebody like Anne, who is currently at 3 stars, has that 4.5 star potential, just like Anne, and to be just 17 is a tremendous find. She's already got high fame, which means we'll probably get her to sign some sort of sponsorship deal in the near future. Regardless of what her game plan is, right? She should be able to get into pretty big tournaments being ranked 43rd. The combination of money coming from those two, we're doubling. We're doubling our income with the likes of Corey Goff. So we don't want to mess this up. We're going to go to propose. Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. Oh, come on. We have an academy slot. We have an academy slot. She's not interested. And look, starting was 25%. Well, with the really bad news that she is unwilling to sign, our hands are a bit tied because there's nobody else on my radar right now that stands out as a good option. We don't even have a scout currently to continue on with the evaluations that are currently active. I want somebody with some potential. I want to get somebody in soon, but I don't want to risk them being so terrible that it's more detrimental to have them than to not. So for now, I'm going to bide my time. I'm going to sit on this one and wait for a scouting report of something a little more favorable. Turns out that she was not willing. And there are willing players out there. We just don't know squat about them. And we enter our first tournament of the year, 8 seed for the tournament, ranked at 39th. Top seed here, we might get in the round of 8. But I like our chances of getting through. We already had a bye. We're in the round of 32. This might be a good start to the season, and we've got a good chance of at least getting a couple wins under our belt and see if we can build some momentum in the way we started strong last year. Also, something I have not been utilizing, changing the game plan and intensity levels. This time we're going to go offensive, do the baseline play, try to work it back and forth. Not quite the start I was hoping for. Maybe being aggressive is not the way to go with Anne, as she loses 1-6 in the first set, but she lost. She gets knocked out. Oh my goodness. Anne's terrible run has continued right into the new year. 51 winners, 28 unforced errors. This girl cannot keep the ball in play. Right now I have 3 players being scouted, all young players based in the US. That's kind of just where I started with. I want to get young players that we can develop long term, that are going to be a great asset to us, that we can get under a favorable contract. We've got a long ways to go on studying them. Our scout's making progress a lot faster than the other one did, though, and it's only been a week, and she's already made a decent amount of progress on all of them, where the other one barely got through anything. Anyway, right now, the window on potential is still very high, but it's anything but solid. I mean, right now we're seeing just potentially a 1-star from each of them, and this window will narrow. Either this will fill out or this will decrease as we know more about them. As that starts to narrow down a little bit, if we start to lose some of the high-end potential, I'm going to drop them out. But at this point, what I'm thinking is I have these 3 potential candidates, or besides Corey Goff, who obviously is not willing to sign, the other decent one that we got to look at this last season, I mean, we only have 4 evaluations complete. That's it. The whole year last year, she only completed 4 evaluations. But Katrina Scout, not too bad. 17, okay, low ranking. I mean, this is not somebody who's going to perform well. She's not talented. She's 1.5 stars. But she's not a half star. She's not a star. She's got 1.5, so she's already got a little bit of quality. And she's somewhere in the 3 to 4 star potential, meaning a project, but okay. She has some experience, even though she's 17. She has some fame, even though she's 17. She may be good enough to grab a contract, a sponsorship deal at some point, which means she might be worth signing on a 1-year deal, seeing if we can find some better options come next year. But I don't want to sit for 6 months with no income because we didn't sign anybody when we could have. I'd rather have to wait a little bit longer to sign the right one, but I want to give it just a little longer. I want to see what happens with those 3. Turnaround time for scouting, it can take months. I'd rather start collecting before long, but we'll give it a little bit longer. We'll see what happens with those 3. We certainly did not have a good warm-up match to start our season, because our very next week we're in Melbourne. We're in Australia for the Grand Slam. So good first round draw. I mean, we've got a definite chance to at least get to the round of 64 and increase our payout significantly. I'd say that's my goal for this one, as we could be facing a difficult next round matchup against the 17 seed, who might be beatable. We'll see. Not much in terms of expectations there, but if we can get through 1 round, we can definitely increase that payout a good bit. I'm going to take the risk again, though, offensive baseline play, but I don't know, we make so many mistakes. Maybe we should need to go back to counterattack. Actually, we've been using the deviation. Let's try counterattack and see what happens for this one. And that was good. Barely. 2 tiebreakers in the first 2 sets, but we come out on the winning end of both of those, and then 6-4 in the third set, squeezing it out. 52% of points won, 21 aces, 2 double faults, no worries there. 81 total winners to 46, and the unforced errors still a problem at 27, but we have not seen that amount of winners. Of course, that was 3 sets, 3 long sets. That was a lot of games played in that round, but we got through it. That's important. And we've had a favor done to us. The 17 seed is knocked out by Steppons, and Steppons is ranked 58th. So we've got a definite chance to go through here. Of course, the way Anne has played the last 4 or 5 months, yeah, you still worry about her. I don't know how much of that is the fact that I use the quick sim much more the last handful of months. Very well could be. Going out and playing the actual matches, she seems to be getting a little bit better results. But maybe, again, playing a little more defensive lead to fewer mistakes. It didn't in the last one, but it led to a lot more winners. Let's see what happens. 6-1, 4-6, 4-6, 6-3, 3-6, and we're out. 50-50 on the points. Aces 9-2 to 13-2. 76 winners to 66. Let me guess. Unforced errors. I don't know how I guessed that. It's can I do magic? Can I see the future? I don't know. Anyway, 31 unforced errors to 24, and we play ourselves out of another tournament. Oh, and she picked up a minor injury. 0 to 8 days. She'll be fine. What is the injury type? Box. Oops. They need to work on that. It seems to be minor. Will it say it here? Just a minor boo-boo. But it wasn't too minor. I mean, it's a little more than minor because she has 2 Band-Aids on, not just one. Gotta watch out when there's 2 Band-Aids. They're not Hello Kitty Band-Aids though, so I don't know. She might be pretty sad. All right, she's recovered. She's back. Payout was $26,000, so might not have gotten deep. It's not what I need Anne to do, right? Anne is just here to collect money for us, and we've come to expect her underwhelming performances. It is what it is. We just deal with it. We move on. But as long as she keeps creating a positive balance for us, it's okay. Forgot with the upgrades and 2 new staff members, balancing is a little different. We're not breaking even anymore, but we're minus 4,000 a month. So Anne is easily going to make that. And then as soon as we do sign a second athlete, we'll be well into the green monthly and should make what we need pretty soon because we're already approaching 200K and we don't need a whole lot more than that, though we do need to sign somebody and that's going to cost us a bit. We're not going to need a whole lot more than that to get the business center upgrade going. We're in St. Petersburg, not Russia, but Florida, and we are already into the second round against a foe we've faced off with. We got a bye, so I'm happy to be into the second round of 32, but this is a difficult matchup against Monica Pig. We get the final seeding of this tournament. She does not. She's just behind us. She's probably the next one. We've been head-to-head twice. We've won both. That would have been on deviation play. Maybe we should use the deviation play. If we've beat the Puerto Rican twice using that strategy, maybe we should stick to it. Oh, close. 7-6, 7-5, we get through. Only 2 aces and 1 double fault. Not a good combo there. 31 winners to 30. 5 unforced errors to 19. Are you kidding me? We actually won because of unforced errors. Miracles. Miracles do happen. 14 aces for Monica, and we overcome that. Yikes. We're in trouble for this one. We're going to get knocked out here. We've already played twice. We've lost twice. And we're about to make it 3. Let's go with the counterattack. 6-2. Hey, we won a set. 1-6, 2-6. We still lost the match, but we won a set. 4 aces, 3 double faults. Ouch, ouch. 40 winners. We actually beat her in that regards, but 26 unforced errors, 2-5. Still no further news on our trio that we're scouting, but as soon as we have that, then we'll make that decision on whether to go after Katrina Scout or to choose one of these 3. But I'm definitely going to pick one of those 4 for who we sign as our second athlete. In the meantime, our payout from that small tournament brings us already almost to a positive balance for the month. We're not that far in the red at the moment, so not bad considering we're only a week into February. We've got a long season ahead of us, but I'm going to probably play the next couple of seasons out pretty quickly, as obviously we're in early days and we're in development mode. And the biggest thing right now is building infrastructure, making a team capable of handling the loads we need them to handle and competing at the level we need to compete at. So for now, we continue to move quickly along the way, and I think we'll start focusing on playing tournaments and actually doing that participation piece, getting that participation trophy when we actually have somebody who is going to go deep into tournaments and compete in them, particularly Grand Slams, because it's mostly just a hurry up and observe thing on those. You're not impacting much yourself as coach. Not that you can't unlock scout slots. That's what this one is. So getting a second scout might not be a bad thing. However, again, right now, we need finances more than we need a ton of scouts. I'm not worried about having the best athlete. Hence the whole, it's going to be one of those four. We're going to take one of them. All right. Well, anyway, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.